All right, we upgraded the Thin client from 2020 to 2022.1, so we're actually a couple updates into this. So I wanted to go over all of the new features and the new look of the Thin client. So we're going to fly through this really fast because it's going to be a refresher for most of you. And let's get started here. Okay, so new URL. I already sent all that out. Your password and username are going to stay the same, so you can sign into Vault from there. Now, just before, we're going to go to designs. Obviously, you have dark mode now. Designs, you're going to do your searching from here. Searching right in the middle at the top. It's going to be pretty simple to find. That's where we're going to do most of your file search. We're going to go here. We're going to type in 752.290.060. From here, you can see the PDF. We're going to click on that, right, or you can click on the three dots, download file, or you can download this way. You can click the check box to the left and click download. Both ways do the same thing. We're going to download. It's going to open up in a pop-up viewer to your side here. Now, next we're going to show you how to use wildcards. Okay, so 691, I want to find all PDFs that are 691, and I only want PDFs. So 691 *PDF. So now this is going to show up things that start with 691-29 and end with .pdf. Now from here, new feature, we can go through and select multiple of these PDFs. Click download, it's going to download them all in a zip file, and it's going to open. You can open them all up from there and print all from your Acrobat reader. Next, we're going to go back to searching 752.290.060. So we're going to show you some of the files and properties we can get from here. So the PDF, still, we can go over to history. As we show here, you can see releasing Rev B, C, ECO of this, redlines that, and you can get some of the file history of them. Also, to get old versions, we're going to click on the three dots. I want to get Rev C. I'm going to click on the three dots next to that. Click download. It's going to pop up in my viewer. I'm going to show you right here. If you look in the bottom right corner, that is actually Rev C. Okay, so now I want to get Rev D. I can close out of this. And I'm just going to go up to, okay, releasing Rev D. Click three dots, download file. And again, this is how you're going to get old versions. This works for all the files that have older versions. This is how you get older versions. And if you wanted the most recent, you simply go all the way to the top and get download file. The other thing you do is you can navigate through part number 752, and now you're going to get to the actual CAD data. So from here, you're going to have a lot more properties available to you than just the PDF. You can go through here. You can see the history of this file. You can see what it uses in that file. So here's all the bits and pieces that make that up, and you can see where it's used, including its drawing file. .iam is a Ventor assembly model. You could do the same thing with an IPT, Ventor part. Here, I'm just touching on change orders. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But I would like to say is that if we had change orders activated in the Vault, from here you'd be able to see live link. You click on that part and see every change order that it's been in. So you'd be able to see the whole history of changes that's been made to that part. Right live, right where we have all of our other drawings, our PDFs, our IAMs, everything's going to be linked right there to be able to see all the files, and then go to the ECO and see the even more files that are associated with a ECO, such as PDFs or Excel sheets or simulations. You can add anything. New for this version, Autodesk Forge has been powered in the Thin client. So very powerful viewer. You can see a lot better views now. Pan, orbit. This is for all Ventor assembly models or IBTs. First person view, you can walk around. You can actually go right in the boiler and spin around. You can do this for all the files that have this visualization created. Next, where do we go? Oh, measure. Okay, so we can measure from this file. So right now we're going to get a measurement from the bottom of that bracket to the bottom of the skid. Obviously those are on an angle, but you can see that green line there is the Y dimension, is a straight up and down, so we can get that measurement right from here. And then once you're done with the measurement, you click the done button off to the right there. It takes me a second to get there. And there we go. Okay, so section view, you can select a section view, you can grab that little arrow there, you can pull that back and forth, and you can get different section views depending on the file that you're looking at and what you're trying to see. We have exploded views and the model browser. So here we can select on any object that's in this model and get the properties from that. We can also do the other way. We can select on an object from the browser, and it's going to go to our model browser and find it for us. From there, we could right click on it and select properties, or we can right click and show all objects again. And that's what I'm going to show here is an exploded view. So you could explode that model in and out right from this Thin client viewer. So if it doesn't have the view file, what you're going to have to do is you're going to click the three dots next to the file, and you're going to update visualization. I have to set up a job queue. I haven't done that yet, but that will be active within the next couple days. So unless it's been worked on in the last 2 to 3 years, it won't have that file created. It's called a visualization file. The other thing we're going to have to be able to do from this new release is share. So you can click the three dots again, click share. You're going to go over to the web. We don't use the desktop version. We're going to use the web, and you'll be able to copy that link. And from there, you could go into your web browser, paste that link, and you could send, when somebody clicks on that, they'll log into the thin client, and that'll automatically pop up. Other option is to select multiple of those objects and do the same thing. We're going to go to web, we're going to copy, we're going to paste all that into the email template, and there you have it. All right. Okay, next we're going to touch on ECOs. Here's the life cycle and permissions. You can see here for ECOs in the Vault. It's something we used to use. You can see there's a whole list of them here. When we started adding ECOs to Fulton Nation, Vault, and SharePoint, we decided to do away with them in the Vault because it's just repeating information. But you can see we can have detailed tracking of every file that was touched per that ECO and a whole set of life cycles that follow that. Also, a new feature in Vault, right-click, open a new tab. You can open new tabs. Second new feature, or I should say second, but you could switch vaults. Again, only FSS and FBW should be being used, but quickly switch back and forth using that drop down right there. Yes, Office, $195 a year gets you a Vault Office license. What is Vault Office? It's everything except for CAD files, working with those in the Vault. So all your Office and PDFs, all your Office components have an add-in. So from here you can see my Autodesk Vault tab within my Microsoft Word. I can log in with my username, my password. It's personalized to me, so we have secure control over who is doing what and history of who is doing what. So here you can see I'm checking it out, so I'm allowing myself to edit it. I'm going to make some simple edits here, pulling part numbers from the Vault. That is done. I'd probably normally just wipe this column out, but for the sake of this, I'm showing you just clicking done. Now I just go back to my Autodesk Vault tab, and I check it in. I'm going to add some comments here so the thin client users could see what just happened, or any users could see what happened. And when I click OK, we're going to switch back to the Vault view. So what you're going to see here is when I navigate to that file, in just a second, Vault Committee, to-do list, you can see my comments are right there. You can see my history with my name on it. And that way, anybody who makes any changes, it will be noted. Here, I'm going to show you Vault Mobile. Awesome new feature. It just came out in January. So this is on my mobile phone. And what it is, it's the full Vault on your mobile phone. So here we're just looking at a file. You can see properties of it. You can see, we're going to speed this up. Post-process, we're going to speed that up. Okay, so powered by Autodesk Forge. Again, the same thing we were talking about before. All those tools are available to you right from your phone. Now, you have to have an actual Vault license for this, but we can go just Vault Office. Again, you can't edit CAD files, but you can do PDFs, Word documents. You can also edit properties, change states. You can do approvals, so you don't have to have the full license just to say, yes, I approve this drawing, or yes, I approve this PDF. You can go to the next step. You can see we can also add ECOs into this. So again, you can look at one file and you're going to see, oh, okay, this was attached to this ECO and this was changed on this. You can open up all those documents that were attached to that ECO, such as any PDFs or Word documents that went along with that. So here you could see I could change the state if I wanted to. If it was an approval state, I could say, okay, I approve this and pass it on to the next person. That can also send off a chain of emails that will let people know what is going on with that. So here you can see an old list. Again, this is all available on the phone, start dates, information, comments, and you can also open up all the PDFs and Inventor assembly models in Forge, like I was saying earlier. Last thing I forgot to mention is how to customize columns. So typically, you're probably going to want to add description and keywords, which is what I'm going to do here. You're going to hit that gear icon in the top right, and from there you can scroll down to user-defined properties and click which ones you want. Now, keywords is our release locations for at least the Steam side. We use keywords such as VSRT Final Assembly or pressure welding or hydro. Those will all be stacked in the keywords properties. You can see if you're looking at the IDWs or PDFs that where drawings are released to using the keywords property. Okay, I think that's everything, at least a good intro. If anybody needs more time or wants some one-on-one training or has questions, please feel free to reach out, and I'll be happy to help you in any way. Hopefully this helped. Okay, thanks.